Hello, everyone. I'm going to go into Module 6 with you. So here's the first assignment that's due, which is the discussion. And you need to complete the discussion before you can complete the assignment. It's a discussion assignment, but I mean the written assignment that comes after the discussion, because you need to create this discussion with these questions before you can conduct the interviews. So here we go. The resources are a slide deck that you can just walk yourself through. It's really pretty user friendly. And then here is the mom test quick question guide. Now this particular module is based on the mom test. And you will see what that's all about when you start digging into the slide deck and the reference guide. So I don't want to spoil anything, so I want to leave it for you to discover on your own. So here's the objective for this particular assignment. The discussion assignment is creating the 10 questions that you will use for your interviews. And you are going to post them in the discussion forum, and then you will have your peers, you will be critiquing your peers' discussions as well. So you will look at two of your peers' information on their discussions, and I will give you all the information to do the uh, evaluation of your peers. So be prepared that someone will be reviewing you as well. Please try to find someone that does not have a review. If someone already has a review, go to someone that doesn't have a review, and then you can go with a second review once everyone has had at least one review. So please follow that procedure because it will make it much more helpful for everyone to get some sort of feedback from your peer. Now, I will be giving you feedback as well in the speed grader, but not in the public forum. All the discussions I leave for you to have your domain in that discussion forum. Okay, so let's move on here. So we have some requirements for the questions, and this all ties into the mom test. So you'll want to go ahead and take a look at these, what you'll want to do, how you will have your post conducted. And here are some peer feedback requirements. So you want to identify two or three strengths, suggest two or three improvements. It's always good to mention some strengths before you go into some improvements. So please follow that philosophy. It's a good way to conduct yourself when you're offering anyone suggestions, including spouses and boyfriends and girlfriends. Okay, so now you want to have a minimum of 150 words. Now, this is a writing intensive course, so we are counting words. Um, I don't have real strict guidelines to that, but try to stay, in the 150 word realm. And in order to provide all this feedback, you will probably need at least 150 words. And then I provided you with an example of how you can conduct your own discussion forum. So here you can see how we've taken one group of questions. I'm asking you to do several groups, but here one as an example. And we have a lead-in question, and then we have some follow-up questions that pertain to that leading question. And then we want you to include the rationale for asking those questions. What is the rationale behind that? And then I have some tips for success. And then please message me through Canvas inbox over here, Messenger, for any questions, concerns, or anything that you may need for this. So you have your questions, you're good to go. Once you have your peer feedback, my feedback, then go ahead and start your interview process. And you want to have a mock interview to start with. And you have a choice. You could do it with either a virtual person in a classmate in the course, or if it's someone you see on campus anyway, then you can do it in person, whichever works for you. Or you could do a AI mock interview, or you could do both. That's fine too. And then you want to refine those questions. Now you're going to write about this information, so you need to keep this data available for you to write about afterwards. And then we go down to scheduling 10 interviews. So you go ahead and do those interviews, plan 15, 30 minutes. 15 is usually enough. You may need a little bit more if someone likes to talk. That's fine. But that's why this is taking a lot of time. And then you're going to gather that data and then you're going to analyze it and look at it very closely, looking at those findings. Then you're going to write about that information. And I've given you some guidelines on how you can write it. You'll have an executive summary, it's about a half a page, and you'll include this information. You have the interview insights from conducting the interviews, a page to a page and a half that has these touch points. Then the validation assessment, half a page to a page with this information. You can go a little bit over, but try not to go too far over the one page on the validation assessment. I can see how that can expand quite a bit, but try to keep it limited. And then all your appendices. And there's no limit to the appendices, and you certainly want to include any AI conversation links. So be sure to save those links, and rather than writing anything or copy and pasting, just save the link and pop the link in the report. That's perfectly fine. And then any other detailed information from the process of doing this entire assignment. And then here's some key reminders for the assignment as we move along. Please reach out to me with any questions, any concerns, anything along the way. I am so looking forward to seeing all of your reports, and I can't wait to see the discussion forum as well. So thank you, and please reach out to me. I hope you enjoy this module.